Hello everybody and welcome to Gene's Reviews from a regular dude, where I do trailer reactions, I react to YouTube videos, I review YouTube channels, occasionally I'll review a movie, but really, I just do whatever the hell I want. Hello everybody and welcome to Gene's Reviews from a regular dude. Today, how about we check out one from the channel called Chilling Scares. This is 8 most disturbing things caught on Dashcam footage. I can't talk. So let's check this out.
This first Dashcam video was captured in Australia. 2 men in a Mercedes are driving down the highway when, through their rear dashcam, a car is seen quickly approaching. It then swerves around the 2 guys before getting in front of them and slamming on the brakes, clearly trying to run them off the road. But what first could be written off as road rage soon takes a more serious and disturbing turn. The 2 men notice the driver has an axe and is now waving it out his window and threatening them.
Oh, he's got an axe, dude. Like,
I wonder if this is like
doing? Oh. Keep distance, bro.
Case of mistaken identity. They think they're someone else. Go around him. I'd keep going. Or I'd go right into him.
The sudden and unexpected encounter forces the 2 men to take a quick U-turn to lose the guy, but he continues to follow them. The situation is then taken even further when the 2 use the next exit and approach a roundabout.
Coming up pretty fast.
Whoa! Keep driving, holy! Cool cops. Yeah.
I would have called him a long time ago.
No. Oh, keep going. Just keep. Oh my god!
Oh, they're done now.
2 times the Mercedes is rear-ended, the second of which causes the attacker to spin out, sending him off the road. This allowed the 2 guys to get away. They would then drive to the nearest police station, where they would report what had just happened. When police arrived to the scene of the crash, the car was gone. However, a few hours later, they would find the vehicle on the road, and from there the driver was arrested. Later, the owner of the dashcam footage would give the video more context. Apparently, the driver chasing them, for whatever reason, was 100% convinced they had robbed his house the night before. But obviously this wasn't the case. The 2 guys had never before even seen the man. It was determined that he was under the influence of something. He would be charged with multiple offenses, which put him in prison for 2 years.
Under the influence of stupidity.
In August of 2018, Justin Bilton and his 70-year-old father were camping at Glacier National Park in Montana. They had only been at the park for 3 hours when they were informed of an immediate evacuation of the area.
That doesn't look good.
A forest fire.
I've seen a video of this type of thing before.
Too far out of control. However, by the time they got the evacuation notice, unknown to them, the only road out of the park had already been engulfed by the fire.
Do I go?
What would you do? It's like you're trapped.
I think we can drive through this. What? Dad, what if the car blows up?
I saw a video a while back where a car actually did drive through it. Went all the way through it.
Dad, this is insane.
You don't want to get trapped in here.
No.
Easy. All right, we're good. Slow down. There's a big rut here. Just slow down. We're out of that fire.
We're not out of the bed, Dad. We're not out.
We're good, though.
What?
Easy.
Like driving right into hell.
Easy.
Dad, the car's heating up. It's gonna explode.
We're all right.
Dad, what if a tree falls on us?
We're okay.
Please, God, help us. Please, God, help us.
You're doing good.
Oh my God. Dad, we can't get out.
I'm getting out. You can't drive back. We get that out of the road. We get gloves.
Oh my God.
Stop.
Dad, we gotta get out of here.
Back it up.
A fallen tree is seen directly in the middle of the road, trapping them inside the park. They had nowhere to go but back, so they ended up reversing through everything they had just went through. When they reached their campsite, they abandoned their car and desperately started running towards a nearby lake. By some miracle, there they would find 2 park employees in a boat on the shore of the lake. Justin and his father were rescued and taken to safety.
Well, that's
leaving
good.
Everything but this horrifying footage behind.
Finally, something with a happy ending.
This dashcam footage shows the armed robbery of a cab
Seen
driver.
this. This is
The
good.
driver, Ralph Valletta, had just started his shift. This was his first ride of the day. He was stopped at a light, and
Look
the
out
rider
the
can be
back
seen in the
window.
back slouched down. But abruptly, he sits up and demands Ralph give him everything he has.
Robbery, man.
All right, hey.
Give me all your money, man.
Man, I don't.
Give me everything you got. Give me it now.
All right.
I need it now.
All right.
We can make this the easy way, or we can make this the hard way, man.
Everything I got, man.
Keep your hand where I can see him.
I just started.
What else you got?
I just
Let me see
started.
your wallet. Let me see your.
I don't have anything
Listen,
in my
we
wallet.
can do this the hard way, or we can do this the easy way, man. Let me see your wallet and let me see your phone.
This dude's seen too many movies. We can do this the hard way, or we can do this the easy way.
I need it all right now if you don't want to die, man.
Okay.
Give it all to me now.
Okay.
Unbeknownst to the rider, a police cruiser was stopped at the same light directly behind them.
Right behind him.
At some point during the robbery, the light to the lane they were in had turned green, and seeing that they weren't moving, the officer put on his lights and got out to investigate.
Don't have anything in my wallet. I don't
Give me
carry
your
it.
wallet and your phone. I need your wallet and
No, please don't give me my phone. I need that for my. There's a cop behind us. There's a cop.
Ah!
Lifesaver! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Almost immediately, the officer would realize that a robbery was taking place, so in response, he would order the rider out of the car, where he would then be detained. The rider was arrested and later charged with multiple offenses.
Awesome. That cab driver's lucky day.
In April of 2021,
I drove cab for about 6-8 months, something like that, in Salt Lake City, and it sucks. It's not a good job. I didn't like it anyway, but I never got robbed like that. I had people try to not pay once I got there, saying they'd already paid and stuff like that, but I always ended up getting the money.
a man named Mitch Keene was driving on the highway back from work when he saw this. A child that looks to be wearing a large jacket, or that's possibly wrapped in a blanket, begins walking out in the middle of the
That'd
highway,
freak you out.
just barely missing Mitch's truck. Mitch was towing a trailer, and felt that if he abruptly stopped, it would cause an accident. So instead, he opted to call the police, reporting an unattended child walking on the highway. Police assured Mitch that they'd send out patrol units immediately. An hour later, Mitch called again for a follow-up, as well as to offer the footage he had caught on his dashcam. But he was told that it wouldn't be necessary, as the child had been collected safely and was on its way home. However, strangely, police would later state that no child was found, despite officers searching the area until 3:45 a.m. Additionally, they would claim that at no point did they tell Mitch that they had found the child. The next morning, multiple volunteers commenced a search of the area, but no child was ever found, and therefore the search eventually ended. At the time the footage was captured, there were no reports of a missing child in the area. It remains unknown who exactly was captured in this video.
Wow. Maybe it was a ghost.
This dashcam footage was captured in the streets of Taiwan. Right away, it's clear the video takes place in the midst of a storm where the winds are strong enough to throw around debris. At one point, debris is even seen flying against the windshield. But little did the drivers know that an actual tornado was forming right behind them and quickly heading in their direction.
Wow, it's right on him.
The dashcam footage captures the exact moment the tornado went directly through them. It was even strong enough to lift vehicles off the ground, which can actually be seen with the white van that pulls out onto the road.
Yep.
The wheels of the vehicle leave the ground, and it begins to get full-on dragged by the tornado, seemingly disappearing. But once the tornado passes, it can be seen much further down the road, wedged in between two trees.
Yep.
More concerning, however, is the person that gets thrown by the tornado on the right side of the road. Unfortunately, this woman would suffer major injuries and would be taken to the hospital. The storm would go on to produce further damage in the form of 50 inches of rain that would cause multiple deadly landslides. This video was taken in Russia.
I've luckily never
It shows
been
the
in one.
dashcam footage of a man driving down a desolate and long stretch of dirt road. Then, up ahead is a car parked in such a way so as to block traffic. Two
Ooh, that's
men
not
with
good.
baseball bats begin walking up to the driver.
Run their
Until it
asses
becomes clear
over,
that
man.
This is a robbery, and the parked car was an intentional
You ain't gonna
makeshift
stop the
roadblock.
car. I'd
The
run
driver tries to
I'd run them
escape,
over
but
for
the two
sure.
men get in the way and do their best to prevent it.
That car's a lot stronger than they are.
Fortunately, the driver had a window of opportunity and took advantage.
Yep.
He slammed on the gas and was able to get away unscathed. He then drove around the roadblock and was free. It's unknown if the two men with baseball bats were ever caught. In late November of 2015,
I would have crushed them between the car and the van for sure.
a large catastrophic bushfire broke out in South Australia. This dashcam footage was captured by one of the fire trucks responding to the incident. Right from the start of the video, enormous smoke clouds are shown, depicting just how large the fire had gotten. As the trucks continue forward, visibility gradually worsens. It gets so bad to where the fire trucks are forced to stop. Then, in the distance, the fire itself can be seen, spreading towards them unnervingly fast.
Here it comes, the head's coming. Nick, slow down. Can't hear me, scared of it? It's got to pick it up. We're going to go in a burn over very, very quickly now. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes.
Wow. Look how fast it's getting there. It's like it's just rolling towards them. Boom. It's chaos.
Miscommunication between the two trucks resulted in a collision. The truck in the front was attempting to back up out of the fire, while the truck with the dashcam was entering what's known as a burnover. A burnover is a fire truck protection protocol where the truck stays in place and the crew deploys Velcro blankets to protect themselves from the heat. Water is sprayed outside of the vehicle to keep it from catching on fire, and in the inside, breathing masks are used by the crew. During this protocol, however, the crew from the truck in the front can be heard desperately explaining how they didn't have water for a burnover, or rather their truck's sprinkler system wasn't working properly. They couldn't stay in place and were forced to drive forward in the hopes of escaping the fire, which you can actually see in the video as the truck fades into the distance. Fortunately, this move would end up saving their lives. They would make it to the other side of the fire, and everyone inside the truck, as well as the one with the dash cam, would make it out with minimal injuries. This footage was captured way back in 2012.
That'd be
It
terrifying.
takes place near an airport in Moscow, Russia. The airport is right next to a highway, and on December 29th, this dashcam footage would capture the disturbing moments a plane missed the runway and crash landed just on the right side of the highway.
Whoa. It's amazing how everything can be fine and then it can just change so fast.
It turns out the plane had mistakenly overshot the runway because of bad weather conditions, so when it landed it didn't have enough room to brake. This left it no choice but to go directly into the highway, causing plane seats and other debris to shoot towards passing vehicles, all of which can be
it gets
clearly
hit
seen
with
in
a
the
big
footage.
boulder.
At the time of the crash, the plane was only carrying crew members. No passengers were on board. But unfortunately, 5 of the 8 total crew members would lose their lives. The driver of the vehicle with the dash cam would make it out unharmed.
I'm surprised that only 5 out of the 8 lost their lives. You'd think all of them would with a plane crash like that. I got a deep thought for you today. How much deeper would the oceans be if sponges didn't live there? Thank you, everybody. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hashtag Mean Gene, all that fun stuff. And if you like this video, tell all your friends, leave a comment down below. And if you didn't like it, then just shut up. And I will see you next time.